there, driver. What a season it's been for Ryan Sieg, and looking for another good one here this week at Talladega. Ryan, when you look at your season, I know we've chatted about it, we've talked about it, it's like the weekly story. How much fun has it been for you as a race car driver to be running up at the front of the field week in and week out?
It's a lot of fun to come and run really good. Seems like every time we go out to race, it's really good. The car's pretty good here too. The guys did a lot of work. You know what I mean? It's pretty much them at the shop and getting everything prepared to come here, and it's been a lot of fun. Like at Richmond, we usually kind of struggle, and we ran really great there. So that was probably the best car we had all year, and to get a top 5 and come over a few things that you know what I mean, pit crew has struggled a little bit. One, we over the wall too soon in the first stop, and then they got better and better each stop, but still lost a few spots, and we'd get them back, but just kept like an accordion effect. I'd get back and then go back. Just wanted to, but we had a really good Richmond, and it's really been great all year.
I can imagine. Okay, on the side of your race car it says, "Strip it naked." Okay, I love you had the greatest sponsors. You had a lemonade, you had some barbecue guy. What in the wide world of sports is "strip it naked"? What does that mean?
That's Alabama soda blasting and abrasives. Just like strip whatever naked, the chassis, you know what I mean, whatever it is. You come up with whatever you want to strip naked.
Well, here at Talladega, well, you never really know. Hey, have a great run. That's Ryan Sieg here, and guys, I think out on the boulevard tonight, Strip It Naked may have just a little bit of a different appeal, but lots of happy faces, lots of smiles down here. Ryan Sieg, and one of the reasons this team is running so good is crew chief Shane Wilson. This is a people business, and when you get a crew chief like Shane Wilson that is a competitive top-flight crew chief, and you put him with a great race car driver like Ryan Sieg, you have the results like they have this season.
Yeah, and no doubt, Postman, great stuff down there. And I think there's been several good stories that have emerged from the Xfinity Series this year, and I think Ryan Sieg's is probably the best. And he knows how to get around these plate tracks, too, or these super speedways. 6th in this race last year and 4th at Daytona in February. So he's a legitimate shot to win them.
And I love that story across the board because they do a lot with very little. Cowboy Starlin. His name's Kevin Starlin. They call him Cowboy. If you walk up to him, you don't want to call him Kevin. You call him Cowboy. But he has been a long-time fixture in the garage area, both in the Xfinity Series, the Cup Series, and most notably in the NASCAR Gander Mountain Truck Series, because he is a former crew chief there in the Truck Series, got some wins under his belt with a handful of different drivers, and he has been with the Sieg family. When they decided they wanted to go full-time racing, they told him, we'll make you the offer. No, we're not going to pay you top dollar, but we're going to pay you the best we can. We want you to lead this. We believe in you. You make a commitment to us, and we'll make the commitment to you, and it's been fantastic. He's been the crew chief for Ryan Sieg the last couple of years. Now they brought, as Steve pointed on, Shane Wilson aboard, who's always been working with Brendan Gaughan. Bring Shane Wilson aboard, that experience at crew chief. Cowboy Starlin now goes over into more of a team manager role. I love small race teams who are able to accomplish a lot, and that's exactly what's happening with this race team.
And sometimes with teams like that, and big teams for that matter too, it's just about rearranging the pieces of the puzzle, or maybe adding a piece that you were missing, and boom, that's all it takes. All of a sudden you're seeing success. The team itself, they knew that they could do it. They just were missing one little thing, and that certainly has been accomplished for those guys this year. It's a great story, and always love to see those guys run well.
30 seconds remain in the first of 2 practice sessions here for the NASCAR Xfinity Series this Saturday.
Gregson. Kim?
Thanks, Dylan, here chatting with Timmy Hill. We were actually just talking about the Boulevard. That's why I was distracted. And, Timmy, you're going to head out there later today. Why do you love Talladega?
Talladega is all about the great time. You know, great fans here. Well, NASCAR fans in general are really great, but the atmosphere Talladega provides for all the campers and basically the big party, it's a fun time. So this evening, I know they have the parade where the drivers come out there. I'm just going to be a fan myself.
Cup Series, and that also right here on the Motor Racing Network. Our airtime for that will be 3:30. Let's talk about a word that I think Kim used a long time ago, and that was opportunity race, Mike. By that, we were covering the Cup Series practice, and we were talking David versus Goliath. And if for those of you that have been with us all day long, you have heard us talk a lot about that. David, the smaller team, maybe the underfinanced team. The Goliath teams are those big teams. And in Cup, we all know who they are. Stewart-Haas Racing, Team Penske, Joe Gibbs Racing, etc. opportunity race, David versus Goliath. Does that carry over from the Cup Garage into what we may see here tomorrow afternoon with the Xfinity Series on the track?
I don't think it does, and the reason why I feel that way is because I think tomorrow's race is full of Davids. Because, in my opinion, when you talk Xfinity Series racing, the Goliaths are the Cup drivers that come down and race in this series. Tomorrow, there will be no Cup drivers. Kyle Busch will not be in the field, nor will Brad Keselowski, nor will Joey Logano or Ryan Blaney or whomever, whatever Cup guy you want to put in there. So with that being said, this is a showcase race, in my opinion, not necessarily an opportunity race. The showcase race for the drivers to showcase their skills. This is the third one in a row. The last two have been Cup-free because they are Dash for Cash races. So you have Xfinity Series regulars on the track, and it's an opportunity for them to, as I said, not necessarily have an opportunity, but a showcasing event for them. The opportunity is there every single week, in my opinion. It's a showcase race to show everybody what they have, the skill sets. If somebody's looking, maybe you might want to do a little something extra, showcase your ability, showcase your skill, and of course, nothing does that the best than taking a trip to Gatorade Victory Lane.
And when you can do that, you've got the opportunity to put a sponsor on the side of a car. How about this? Let's use this as an example. I don't recall seeing this Nutra Chomps on the side of a car. Maybe they have, maybe they haven't, I don't know. But I can tell you that that is a sponsor on board Chase Briscoe's car. And when you talk about showcase, what would be better than to take that car, that Ford Mustang, with a brand new sponsor on the side of it? And by the way, I bring that up because they brought up some pretty cool stuff for all of us to take home. Those of us that have dogs, NutriChomp is a dog treat, if you will. They brought them up here, and they're on the side of the car and the driver that Kim Kuhn is with right now.
Yes, he's out of his fire suit, though. They obviously didn't take to the track during this practice. Chase, what did you guys accomplish in first practice, knowing that you weren't going to run second?
Hey, we didn't do a ton of runs. We started off practice there in the pack and did about 20 laps. Honestly, I think more than anybody. And
are flying right now at the start-finish line. Top 5, Ryan Sieg, the quickest over Ross Chastain, John Hunter Nemechek, Josh Williams, and Timmy.
And that's what you're seeing here in this practice.
Only 13 guys went out for their second practice, and Ryan Sieg was the fastest in that final practice. Here is a look at those race results. What do you think those guys were doing? I mean, you only see 13 cars out on the track for the final practice. What does that tell you?
To Bobby's point, really.
Spartanburg, South Carolina, Jeremy Clements. 51 is 12th right now.
Yeah, he didn't think he would qualify very well, Adam, and it's obviously not going to make the next round, but he will race well this afternoon. We know that for sure. And how fun was Richmond for this team and this guy? I mean, just the emotion. The season for sure, but it felt like it all peaked at Richmond when they were able to celebrate a great top 5 finish and had a new sponsor on board. And there was lemonade in the air.
He was top 5 at Daytona. You mentioned the top 5 at Richmond. Great average finish. When you look at his numbers going into 2019 compared to what he's done this year, oh my gosh, it's an incredible start for this team.
Yeah, and that's fun to see too, because you pick up a little bit of debris there, Adam. Maybe.
Does that add speed? Does that help at all? I mean,
it's gone, so.
Yeah. It caused you to overheat, but likely not here in qualifying. He is quickest now is Ryan Sieg. Going to be a candidate to advance, right?
No doubt. I've already advanced Greg Alding, so I got to say that Sieg's going.
7. Go back down to Regan.
Oh, last time we talked to Ryan Sieg about 2 weeks ago at Richmond, it looked like the party was just getting started. You scored that first top 5. How has the off week been for you after getting that top 5, your second top 5 of the year, but first top 5 at a non-restrictor play track? How good was the off week for this team?
It was huge. You know what I mean? We had a lot of fun at the shop, and it was spectacular to go to Richmond and run like we did. We were legit, you know what I mean, running in the top 5, and it showed all day we had a fast car, and we're capable of running up front, and it was great, and we're glad to be here at Talladega with Alabama Soda Blasting.
Fast race car last week, another fast one this week. Looks like you're going to transfer on. I do have to ask you about the sponsor. When we look down on the quarter panel of the car, the sponsor says "Strip It Naked." What exactly does that refer to?
Well, you can refer it to whatever you want, but that's their slogan, Alabama Soda Blasting, and here at Alabama it means a couple different things, but that's their slogan. It's catchy, and it's a blast to have them with us.
certainly catchy. Some great sponsors on this car. It was Larry's Hard Lemonade 2 weeks ago at Richmond, and now soda blasting, I guess, is what I'll call it. Strip it naked.
I guess that just means he likes his cheeseburger plain, right? Is that what you read into that?
Talking about 0.02 of a second.
4 drivers left to run. See who gets the pole. And the first of those, Ryan Sieg. He was 4th in round 1. You see the numbers of 50.93. And that 50.93 here would put him 4th of the cars that have taken time. Just joining us on this Saturday, the drivers highlighted in red on our scoreboard. Those that will go for the $100,000 via the Dash for Cash later today. Sieg just missed that opportunity when he finished 5th at Richmond a couple of weeks ago. He's right on top of it with a tracker, Michael.
It's going to be another tight one.
Did it. 6/1000ths of a second. He goes 58.36. Haley was a 58.42. Moffitt a 58.44. 0.08 of a second separate the top 3 right now.
I just got a good feeling.
Jamie Little is standing by now at Talladega with Greg Galding. He's making his first start at Talladega. Jamie?
Well, Sarah, what a great story. And this continues with Ryan Sieg. Last we saw you at Richmond, you guys were celebrating a top 5 finish. Here you are, best qualifying effort of your career. How awesome is this that you guys are firing the way you are?
It's awesome to all the hard work the guys put, and then what my dad and all the sponsors have helped us do this year is showing, you know what I mean, all their money and hard work and sponsorships and everything. Everybody's clicking right now, and we picked up on that run. We've wanted a couple spots better, but you know what I mean, just to get, you know what I mean, the guys worked hard and they wanted to get a few spots better, but 4th is still great. We picked up, and can't thank Alabama Soda Blasting and Larry's Hard Lemonade and all the sponsors we've had all year.
Well, you showed that you have a single car speed. Looking forward to the race later today. This is an opportunity race. Could today perhaps be your day?
I think so. You know what I mean? You never know here, but I feel like we did good at Daytona, and I've always run good here, so at any super speedway, you always have a chance. So I think today could be the day. You never know.
Ryan Sieg, keep your eye on the 39, Sarah. He rolls off 4th today.
All right, Jamie, thanks. We've got an action-packed day of race today. Well, if you guessed 0, then you're right. Not one driver who knows what it's like to perfectly time the pass for the win on this 2.66-mile track.
Everybody wants him.
Especially today. Lots of friends here for Ryan Sieg right now. He's taking pictures. We're photobombing him a little bit. Hey, close to a home race for you. A lot of family here. What would a win mean at one of your home tracks?
Huge. That's what the plan is and the goal, and hopefully we stay up front and be there at the end. Just it's unpredictable here, so just want to take it in right now, and we're running 4th and been good all year, so hopefully we get a win today.
Have a good day. Matt?
Oh, the 00 back here.
So, Ryan, tell me what an average weekend when you're not at the racetrack looks like for you.
Usually, most of the time, going to the shop almost every day and coming home and playing with the kids.
Do you have any toy cars? Maybe.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I got a 68 Camaro and.
68. So it's a nice one too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That one's been redone. I can drive it as a daily driver.
So clearly you're a car guy. Everything evolves around cars, the shop, no matter what. That's where you're at.
Yes, car guy for sure.
So 3 kids. It's got to be busy around your house.
Very busy. It's chaos. We never have any time to relax or calm down. You know what I mean? Helping the kids, and then it's time for bed.
You're in there changing diapers all the time, doing the whole deal.
Doing the whole deal, yeah. She is very, very
Some dads, I'm not going to mention any of them trying to get out of changing the diapers. Well, that's awesome, man. We appreciate you walking and talking with us.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Great start to the year for Ryan Sieg, 31 years old, out of Tucker, Georgia, and I believe all 3 of his children are girls. He's got his work cut out for him moving forward.
I know exactly what he's talking about when the work's done and it's time for bed, though.
Hey, speaking of hard work, drivers getting it done today.
The checkered here, and this is a great save by Ross Chastain. That is as close as you get to wrecking and saving it.
Now to the visor.
several drivers passing along messages. Hey, sorry about that during that first stage. Now, Greg Alding in the 08, he hit pit road in the 5th position. They're going to go left side, tires only. He runs over the air hose of the car in front. Meanwhile, the 39 of Ryan Sieg, they're going to make a Packer out. Also, a track bar adjustment, trying to tighten him up.
That's Sieg leading him. Chastain behind him, then it's Cindric. Bell drops down there as well. Side draft for Allgaier, all of it happening behind Gregson.
Top lane is rolling.
Yeah, and Sieg knew how anxious that Ross Chastain was, and he just went ahead and pulled down there, and he was fairly confident that Ross was going to go with him.
And what Sieg needed there, just a little bit more of a run to get to side-by-side with the leader, Noah Gragson, and was not quite close enough to do it. He's still going to have a gain at the end of this of where he was and gained a couple spots.
Michael Annett a part of that battle. John Hunter Nemechek is up there, although he is a lap down. Back to the start-finish line. Noah Gragson to finish second there in the stage. Pit road is open, Matt.
Allgaier will be the first one down pit road. His teammate Gregson had to hit pit road earlier, like we documented, pushing water. The 7 very pleased with his race car. Meanwhile, the 39 of Sieg balanced much better on this run.
The 20 car, Christopher Bell, is going to do right side tires. They have his radio fixed. He was too loose on the first run, but better on this run. The 10 car, Ross Chastain, don't slide the tires again.
And he's really going to come out of this with not much damage at all.
And keep in mind, he's one of the drivers eligible for the Dash for Cash. So is Cole Custer. Most likely, caution is out.
Man, that was some good racing right there. That was fun to watch. You know, the top forming, but everyone's still racing at the same time. No one was just riding in the top. Like, they were just taking that momentum and using it to move forward. And really, no one was doing better than Tyler Reddick at it. I gave it a spot.
That move by Tyler Reddick, it looked aggressive at the time, but the way that he pulled that car down away, you know, from the other car allowed him to not be side drafted and like you say, take advantage of that hole that had formed in the top lane.
Ryan Sieg with a damaged race car, and it's that debris that is
of that side draft that Tyler Reddick pulled on the 20.
Now, you talked about the difference in speed, and we saw it there with our pointers. It was 5 miles per hour difference when he went down low. Hey, you think?
I don't know.
In a Gibbs car, I don't know.
A lot of Earnhardt wins at this place.
That's right. Saw Ross Chastain coming in. The repairs being made to the 39 of Ryan Sieg.
Yeah, and Ryan Sieg has to put that tail back on his car, otherwise he's not eligible to keep going. You have to have the tail on the car in order to keep going here at Talladega.
And they will be on the damaged vehicle clock here, and they got 6 minutes to get that repaired, and then you have to meet minimum speed. But you think maybe because they weren't involved in an accident, they don't get the clock set on them in this situation, Kevin? Is that how you see that?
I would think that they made minimum speed, reset, you know, got off the clock, and now it's just you know, they threw a caution, and they're coming in having to put the tail back on. So
because the damage was the result of an earlier problem, they've met minimum speed and now just coming in for additional repair.
Yeah, he's not on the repair clock, but he has to have that tail on the back of the car in order to continue.
And points so important to this race team because they don't have a victory, and so they need to come in and repair, get back out, get as many points as they can. And we mentioned Chastain is in as well. What's going on there, Regan?
Well, the report from the team was an oil line. That's not necessarily the area that they're working in right